Most woodworkers know the struggle of trying to sand a tight inside curve by hand, and honestly, it is the kind of task that makes you want to quit a project halfway through. That is where a tool like this ShopFox benchtop unit comes into play. It is a half-horsepower machine that sits right on your workbench, and for a lot of hobbyists, it hits that sweet spot between being powerful enough to actually remove material and small enough that it does not take over the entire shop. What stands out immediately is the oscillation. It moves up and down while it spins, which is the secret sauce here. It prevents those nasty burn marks you get when a stationary drum just sits in one spot, and it keeps the sandpaper from clogging up too fast. You get a decent spread of drum sizes, from a tiny half-inch one all the way up to a 3-inch diameter, so whether you are working on a delicate scroll saw piece or cleaning up a larger table edge, you have the right tool for the job. The table itself is about 15 inches long, which feels pretty solid for a machine that weighs in at 30 pounds. It is heavy enough to stay put while you are working, but you can still move it around if you need to clear off your bench for a different task. Now here is the thing about the setup. Changing out those sleeves can be a bit of a chore if you are in a rush, and the fit is pretty snug, which is good for performance but can be a little finicky when your hands are tired. Also, while that half-horsepower motor is plenty for most hardwoods, you definitely do not want to go jamming a massive piece of oak into it like you are trying to plane a board. It is a sander, not a jointer, so keep the pressure light and let the grit do the heavy lifting. One minor gripe is that the dust collection could be a bit more aggressive. It works, but you will still find yourself reaching for the shop vac or a brush to clear off the table after a long session. Still, for the price point, it is hard to argue with the results. It turns a tedious, hour-long hand sanding nightmare into a 5-minute job that actually looks professional. If you're tired of uneven edges and sore fingers, this little machine is probably going to be a welcome addition to your workspace. It is not perfect, but it does exactly what it promises without any unnecessary fluff.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.